Legend Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the Knights of Calidor, going up against Grimgor Ironhide, where he's bringing a fairly elite army, a lot of Black Orcs, some Orc Boarboy Biggins, and he's got a damaged army that's mostly low tier units, but he does have some Arcane Phoenixes in here, and a Fire Wizard. So, I think his mistake here has been to just sort of defend against this head-on, which isn't really going to work because these Black Orcs are going to fight to the death. This is on Legendary difficulty. This battle is definitely winnable, but you need to go at it in a different approach. Because the archers here, while archers are very good, the problem with Black Orcs is that they just have so much armor that it actually makes shooting them quite difficult. Now let's just jump in here and see what we can do. There is a small corner of the map where there are a few trees. So what we could do is put all of the units that we don't want to fight to begin with in the trees, just to begin with. What we want to do is just soften the enemy up because we're outmatched here at the moment, right? So whenever you're outmatched, you've got to try to get the advantage. You can't just be like, well, I'll just use archers and win. That's not how it works. The thing is with archers, the reason why they're so good is because you can get the advantage with them in most cases, but sometimes you just bring the wrong archers and it's just not enough. Because they've just got a lot of armored units, and they've also got fast troops as well. That's sort of a counter. It's not like archers are invincible in this game. So what we want to do here... Oh my god, I didn't realize it's on a dragon. That's good. Alright, anyone that can't hide, go over there.
Noble! Servant of light.
So yeah, specifically the flying units, because since they can't hide, we'll use them. And just hide these guys over here. Taking a look at the map is usually pretty good at telling you where you can and can't hide. You know, don't look for trees on the actual terrain here. You want to look for trees on the map. You know, any of these sort of green dots, that's where you know where to hide. Even if there's not actually trees there, but if there's trees on the map, that just tells you that CA has marked that area as forest. So what we're doing here, we just put these in here just temporarily. There's no way we're going to put them in here permanently, right? We can't win the entire battle with just the flying units, but we can do a fair bit with it. We don't have any healing, do we? No. No healing. Okay, where did I put this? Okay, this one come over here. Now the thing is with this Greenskin army is that we got to identify its weaknesses. Its primary weakness is that it doesn't really have any missile units. It's got a couple, but nowhere near enough if it wants to take out these flying units. So what we can do here is just tire this enemy out, wear it out a little bit, and then the archers can very easily overcome it. So what we're going to do here is just fly to this corner of the map so that we lure their units as far away from here as possible. We also need to make sure we're not on fire at will. So we've got to move quick. So if you ever look over here, all of that's still hidden. But yeah, the AI loves to go wide, so you've really got to leg it over here. It looks like they're running over here, but they're not really. Although that's looking dangerously close. That's why we had to turn off fire at will to give away the position. They're all hidden. They're just reforming this way. And then what we need to do is get them to come this way. Now, we've got not tons of magic, but enough to do some serious damage with Flamestorm. Yeah, they're just reforming to come around this way. The Giant is something that the archers can deal with very easily, but what we need to be getting rid of are things that the archers are going to have trouble with. Namely, the Black Orcs. But Flamestorm can handle it. We just need to get enough of them down. That center area here looks pretty good. I'll take that. So he's got a Ruby Ring of Ruin. See if I can dodge. Doesn't really matter if that much if it hits. That's it. And also we use the Ember Storms from the Arcane Phoenixes. And also breath attacks, because You know, you'll often see me not use the breath attacks just because I'm under a lot of missile fire, but if I'm not under any missile fire, there's no reason not to use a breath attack, although that didn't really do a ton of damage. So, funny thing about it is it does do a little bit of damage to its own unit. But as long as you hit something, you usually do more damage to them than to us. Good. We shouldn't need to do this for too long. Like I said, we just need to get the advantage, and then we can bring out our other troops. We haven't yet obtained it. Not yet. But because of the stupid way that the AI moves when they're tracking single entities, and only a few of them, they blob up way too much, which just makes them sitting ducks for a few flamestorms. Whereas if you've got a defensive position in the corner right there or over here, right, they tend to go wide. So not only is each flamestorm going to be better than what it would if we have just made them visible, but we can actually get loads more of them off as well. That's it. Because, yeah, we just got these guys in a big dupe at the moment. The only units that can hit us are the missile units. We could waste their ammo, but I really don't think we need to. What I'm primarily trying to focus on here is just thinning out the... Oh, look at that, they hit their own giant. Yeah, giants are so bad at dodging that even friendly fire gets them. But yeah, if we could also hit some of the Orc Boar Boy Biggins, that'd be good. But another thing here, an unintended consequence of doing this, is that it actually breaks down the AI of their charge. So there seems to be this pattern with the AI where the first, say, 5 minutes of a battle, they will just beeline straight for the enemy if they're on the attack, right? After about 5 minutes of it, they start to calm down. And then they will essentially make big mistakes after that and split up their forces. So what we're doing here is we're dealing with their initial 5 minutes of just pure, like, I guess zerging at the enemy, just charging at them, which is what they should do. But when that calms down, we can reveal our troops. And they shouldn't send all of their forces at them. Or that they'll send just the cavalry first. Especially if they're really fast. So if we can just deal with the enemy cavalry first, because there's a lot of them, we get rid of their cavalry before the Black Orcs arrive.
The winds rise. Making my way.
Yeah, no Dark Elves here, no Black Orcs here. But yeah, look at them blobs. Look at them blobs.
My power is yours.
Not necessarily getting tons of kills, but it's doing tons of damage. It's just that Black Orcs just have so much health.
Without question.
I don't even know why I brought this guy here. I guess we want to bring all of their forces here. If we separate them now, I don't think that's necessarily a great idea. Just want to keep getting them flamestorms in. No point doing a burning head. They've just got way too much. Actually, burning head would be good against their basic archers, I suppose. But yeah, that looks like a really good flamestorm. Now, it could do an overcast of the flamestorm, but it's such a powerful spell. There's no reason to risk getting a miscast. We shouldn't need to do this for that much longer. I think we've got the advantage now. So what I'm doing here is just, you know, while I've got some magic, I might as well use it and wear them out a little bit more. Because, yeah, you'll never get 7 Sun Dragon breaths off in the time it takes them to charge at you. So it just end up going to waste. Okay, got a bunch of archers there. I'm going to take this because It's not going to do much damage to the Black Orcs, but it will really hurt the archers. Look at that blob. Holy crap. So dumb. Alright, well we're pretty much spent now. And like I said, their initial like momentum has now been lost. Now we can come out of here. Where should we set up? Set up a bit more over this way. We should have time. And what we should start to see is some of their units just rush over here. They're just going to come over here really disorganized.
Noble.
I go then.
That's what I think anyway. Because yeah, they can see us now.
Understood. Going forth.
Wielder of the winds.
Alright, let's just get rid of these. No, that's waste. I think we should use the Flamestorm. Okay, they still can't see us. That's okay.
Archers.
It's probably just because there's terrain in the way. But this gives us a chance to get organized.
The greater good. Going.
Yeah, this will pretty much deplete our magic. Just one more cast. Not going to worry about squeezing every little bit of efficiency out of it. Even just one additional kill out of this is worth it. Okay, now, just send the eagle over this way. Just the eagle. Because we want some of their units to chase after us, but not all of them. Because the main thing here is that we can defeat this army, but not if we have to deal with all of it all at once. We want to come at it in little bits and pieces.
Acknowledged. Setting forth.
Dismantle it a little bit at a time, which is how you deal with an army that's, you know, superior to yours. Could do some swooping, but I think it's a bit of a risk. Because if I land, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. She's probably immortal. If I land, those guys will get us. And now Grimgor is all the way back here, and he's getting a little bit tired as well. No, they're not coming over here. Maybe we'll move up to them. Maybe over to here, slightly higher ground. Because I don't need to worry too much about getting flanked this time. Because we've just thinned the map by so much.
Yes. Onward.
But yeah, what we want to do is have some of their army stay here. While maybe the cavalry just go rush at the archers, because we can definitely deal with that even if we're not corner camping.
Moving out. Going abroad. For the king.
Yeah, if this one here isn't breaking, imagine the Black Orcs when they're in melee. They just will fight to the death. That's why we had to thin them out. Because what we want to do is inflict the army losses on them. That's how we get rid of them. And look at all the damage that we've done to them, right? They are very close to the army losses. We just need to deliver the final blow, which magic can't really do on its own. Well, not with that amount of magic.
It will be done. Archers. Without
Okay, let's get a little bit more organized here.
Move. Acknowledged.
They can see us now. Now they're starting to come at us. Yeah, the wizard is taking a fair bit of damage there just from their archers.
Making my way.
Dragons are just shit at dodging that stuff. Not that I've really been trying. And that's the last dragon breath.
It shall be done. Loyal. We will obey. It will be done. Spearmen.
Okay, so let's be real. They're definitely going to try to flank us. But yeah, do you see how they're just like walking around now? Their initial momentum is completely spent. If you get the opportunity, even if you can't cast any spells, just to get them to waste the first 5 minutes of the battle can make a big difference into how difficult they can be. Main thing here is to aim for the giant, because that is the easiest thing to kill. That has like no missile resistance whatsoever. So like I said, we're just keeping these here to have half of their army stay behind. But I have no intention of actually landing. And what we'll do is, maybe when that one gets a little bit close, we'll rush over there to come and help assist them, because we're way faster than these guys.
Understood.
So obviously I've left the garbage garrison out front here, because who cares if they get killed. Alright, send this one to go harass. And lure some of these Orc Boy Biggins over here early. Oh, I managed to get another cast off. Yeah, could get rid of these archers here, but way more important to get rid of the Black Orcs. That's where all the balance of power is. So what I'm doing here is I want to shoot at the Boy Biggins, annoy them, so they leave the Black Orcs and Grimgor behind. Or they can just eat shit, whichever one they prefer. So, make it close so they'll charge at us. But yeah, they're just not being aggressive now. They're being more passive. Thing is, if they want to defeat an archer defensive position, you need to be super aggressive, which is why we didn't want their initial attack. With their actual tactics have changed. You know, it's much more passive, much more cautious now, which is not what's going to win them the battle. See, if we had done this at the beginning of the battle, these guys here just would have rushed at us straight away, just kept going at us relentlessly, but now they just don't know what to do. Okay, here we go.
Defender of one. I go. Yes. Forward.
Alright, now time to bring them in. Because yeah, these ones here just aren't going to get back in time.
Acknowledged. Apace. Asa forward. Champion of Alaria. Archers. It shall be done.
A good idea to put them on fire at will.
At them. For the king. Ready and able.
Okay, get rid of the giant, because that's worth the most balance of power that we can most easily get rid of. Actually, no, you keep shooting here. Okay, Tyrion's in a fight with Grimgor, which is not good. Ideally, we just want Grimgor busy. Usually, you don't want to kill Grimgor, you just want to army loss him. Although the Arcane Phoenix might do okay against him. Yeah, don't even bother trying to shoot him, he's got way too much missile resistance.
Awaits. Tireless. Noble. For duty. It shall be done. As you say. Onward.
Well, we might have to get rid of him there, but if we've got multiple single entities that are strong fighting him, they might be able to handle it, because he is tired. He came here exhausted. And there's the army losses. And we barely took any damage whatsoever. Because, yeah, against this kind of army here, where it's just pure melee aggression, standing out front and just letting it charge into you is just a great way to eat shit. It's just not what you want to do. And you can see with even just the way that they attacked at us, even though they had lost half their army from the Flamestorms, they came at us in such a slow manner, it just allowed us to demolish them. So yeah, you want to army lost Grimgor and then kill him. Because we don't want him gaining experience or hanging around. Come on, come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it. He's almost gone. Got him, good. This is why I usually put, or one of the reasons I usually put a noble with a eagle in the army, so I can do something like this if I have the opportunity. But yeah, when you're at this stage of the campaign where the AI is starting to bring in super heavily armored units, like archers are great, but if you're going to go up against something like this, you either need 2 armies of archers, you either need to have some artillery, or you know, some more advanced tactics, like more advanced units. And we got his Ruby Ring of Ruin off him. Alright, maybe I should give you some replenishment. This would be green territory. Yeah, how's your money? Yeah, you're okay for money.
You cannot break us.
But it looks like Grimgor is getting eliminated fairly soon. He's only got a little bit of territory left, so that's good. That might have been one of their last major armies. Probably mainly recruiting at the Fortress of Vorag, so you want to try to get over there quickly and finish it off. So yeah, your army here should have no trouble coming over here and finishing it off. The army didn't lose any units. Some of these units were already damaged to begin with, but they're in better shape now. Yeah, it's fairly easy to deal with that kind of army if you know what to do, if you can read the terrain and know how to dismantle the AI. But yeah, the main thing to take away from this is if the AI is going to come at you with a pure aggression force and you have the ability to hide most of your army and have them chase a flying unit, do it for about 5 minutes, okay? Get it to the opposite side of the map, 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, their AI changes to being a lot more passive and it's a lot easier to dismantle them. Whereas if you deal with them right at the start, you're just going to eat shit right at the start and just going to rush at you, especially if you're playing on very hard battle difficulty where, you know, all these guys are going to have 20% melee attack, 20% melee defense, and 15% extra weapon strength. It doesn't matter if you've got a couple of anti-large units in here, they're still just going to eat it. Whereas, you know, they really came at us really quite softly. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.